Hello and welcome to Stoneblock 4. It's my current series going on. If you haven't seen the other episodes, check out the playlist on my channel. Hopefully you do enjoy, and if you do and you check me out, or you keep coming back and you're not yet, feel free to subscribe, leave the video a like, and maybe even leave a comment of things you want me to play next. Enjoy the video. So, last time we did a little bit. We finished up with the antimatter and the black hole, created this upgrade here, and made an infinity singularity. And then we started working on Draconic Evolution Chaotic tier upgrades. And as you can see here, I have it a little bit automated. Since last time, the pack has been updated. Right here, it increases the world engine energy capacity, and you can have a max of 16. I actually put in chaos cores, which increase the capacity by 200%. So I have 16 chaotic cores in my world engine, just to boost its energy capacity so it actually holds more power. I also finished upgrading all of my gear to chaotic tier. When I did it, it did remove the abilities that were on them, so I did have to reattach Vampiric to this one. And this one now no longer has that poison spell in it, but it does have an increase to my movement speed while I'm holding it. So I go really fast. And the upgrades that I ended up using for it, the same ones I had before in the Staff of Power, but all leveled up to Chaotic tier, and then an additional 31 damage modules, and an additional 1 Chaotic Energy module. Everything else is exactly the same in it. The bow is exactly the same, but an additional 2 energy modules, and an additional, I think, 16 damage modules. And then my chest piece is the one that has changed the most. I actually still haven't filled in some of the spots in it, but it is exactly the same as it was before, but with an additional Chaotic Undying module. I threw in an extra energy module, and I only have 2 speed upgrades in here because I now have a boost of 300% movement speed. And I have a Draconic Flight module in here. It gives me Creative and Elytra Flight, so I can Elytra Glide or Creative Fly. So I have Flight now. I don't know what I'm going to exactly put in these other slots, but I have 3 1 slots, so I might put more of these shield recovery modules in here. And then these ones down here, I could put more capacity modules. So I could put 3 capacity, and then 7 recovery modules, and then that should work pretty well. I haven't decided yet. It's effective the way it is. I do also still have my Ballistarian Bracer. It's just when I was building stuff and moving around, they were getting in my way, so I just took it off until we're in combat. If we ever go into combat again, I don't know. But I did sit around and AFK for roughly 16, 17 hours. Between a couple days, not all at the same time. And we have 2 pellets of antimatter. So we're going to grab 1 pellet of antimatter. And I don't remember what the other part of this is. A neutronium ingot. 1 neutronium ingot. And an antimatter is the next part of this. They need to be partically collided. Antimatter in this one. Make sure this is set to the right amount. 15,000. Over 5,000? Yeah, 15,000 should be enough, but we don't actually have to go that high. We'll go... So 5,000 is all we need. But what we can do is go with 10,000, just so it doesn't take quite so long to get up to speed. And we will send in the neutronium. And I always do the antimatter as the second input, because if it goes wrong and it fires off to a side, I don't want to waste the antimatter, I want to waste the neutronium ingot. Okay. That should give us stable antimatter. So, one of these we'll eat, because it's a food that needs to be eaten by our thing. We've now eaten it. It gives us spell damage, speed, mana regeneration, resistance, ancient knowledge, flying, and strength. So we're going to be speedy for a minute. But its main use is in the crafting of the infinity ingots. We need temperatures of greater than 750. So let's pop on down to the world engine and make sure that that happens. We have a temperature of greater than 900, so we're good. See, here I have all 16 of those chaos cores in here, and actually we have 14 cores in this availability thing, and we now hold 8.25 million power in here instead of a measly 250,000. Now, with the infinity ingots, it takes a lot of stuff. But the infinity catalyst is what comes first. Specifically, the endest pearls. So, for the infinity ingots, I need 9 of these, so 9 times 8, 72. So I need 72 of these infinity catalysts, which means I need 72 endest pearls. We're going to do that first. I need 72 endest pearls. Because okay, we have a conflict in my system upstairs, so let's go back up and resolve said conflict. This is the conflict. So we are going to get rid of these, and then all of these. And then we are going to unlock this and extract all of the ingots, all of the nuggets, and all of the little pieces. And then we'll extract these and break it. Okay. That should resolve the issue. Now can I send 72 endest pearls? Yes. I have multiple instances of those neutronium in my system, which is why it was having a kerfuffle. So, we now just need this to craft it all. It takes it a second, because it's actually drawing a lot of power. I think it's already drawn. Okay, it hasn't fully drawn out of the gargantuan flux storage, which is good. It means that it's just drawing from the reactors down here. I only have 2 reactors on the world engine at the moment. Okay, this one's going down, this one's fine. So yeah, we should have plenty of power. Even if not, I can just switch my world base one over to the world engine temporarily. It's not too big of an issue. Yeah, my really quick, the amount of damage these things do with max upgrades. The Chaotic Staff of Power with Sharpness 8, Looting 8, Miner's Fervor 5, and Scavenger 3 is 1,142 damage. And my bow does 829 damage. And each of those are per hit. So my staff and bow both strike a lot, but my bow is much faster. Yeah, it's incredibly fast to fire. So there's that. It is an incredibly powerful weapon that I'll probably never have to use. The other thing that I did is, yeah, I'm leveling up these chickens while I'm AFKing. I believe it goes in... should be over here. This one? I did. So I have leveled up the Draconium chicken to max level. Not the Awakened Draconium or the Timey-Wimey. Or the Uranium. I think I leveled... yeah, the Neutronium chicken is at max level. And then one other chicken I was doing. The Chaos chicken is at max level. And I just put them in here, filled this chest with tier 9 chicken seeds, and every once in a while I would come in and use the temporal pouch on them to speed them up. So I have 19 hours saved in this right now, so since my last speed up, I have, like, minusing the speed up time from the pouch, I have been AFKing for 19 hours. And this recipe is not hard. It's leather, Eye of Ender, raw gold, and Nautilus shell. And the Nautilus shell I think we got from the drop from the Deeplings that we fought in the underwater dungeon. Okay, one last Endist Pearl, and that'll be done. Is it stuck in the world engine again? Yes. Okay. What does the Endist Pearl craft? Ender Pearls is what we're missing from this craft. Okay. 16 Ender Pearls, and it should complete the 72. There we go. Okay. So we need 72 Infinity Catalysts. We can craft that next. So it'll complete a little bit at a time. No, it's stuck again. Okay. Let me do it by hand for a minute. It's crafting all of these. It's trying to craft the Enderium blocks, but it's not working. Because it's not taking the Dragon Egg and making Enderium. Why not, though? Is it because it's in this slot? Is that why? That's ridiculous. Sometimes I hate this machine. Not even sometimes. A lot of the time I hate this machine. Okay, now it's making Fortron instead of the Ender. Which is fine, I guess. Except now it's not working. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Alright, let me cancel the craft. Hold on. We'll get rid of all the Ender and Fortron that is in here. And I will do it myself. Enderium blocks, give me 64 of them. That should go through much easier. Yeah, there we go. I need like 100 and something though. So give me another 64. I have basically infinite of both of the crafting ingredients. Alrighty, and then just for good measure, we're gonna do 64 more. Just in case. I don't want to be short and it having to jam up again. Okay. There's the Enderium. Now I need it to give me Fortron. I think it's the infused blocks. Yeah. This should also be really easy. Or no, I craft the ingots, not the blocks. That's my bad. I thought that I made the blocks in the crafter. And my machine keeps doing this where it errors out. Now it wants more Fortron. Okay, give me a bucket. Well, I can't... How do I transport the Fortron? I think I need to use a basic fluid tank. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it needs 4 buckets. Just go in. Ew. Okay, I need a fluid pipe, because this is not working. Okay. There we go. I have unerrored my world machine. I think that was the 2 crafts that it was stuck on. Infinity catalysts. Can I make 72 of you now? I need to craft 584 more Enderium blocks. Okay. How much more Fortron do I need? 2,799 Fortron infused ingots. I can see why this machine got jammed. So, let me... See, if I could set this up to be multiple machines, I wouldn't have this many jams occur in my world engine. It's not the smartest machine. So I need 500-ish. So we'll do 600 more blocks. And then that should just go automatically, because it has the Molten Ender and the Dragon Eggs all in here. It's taking them batches at a time. Yeah, 15 at a time, I think is what it's doing. Until we get to 500 and some odd, 600. Okay. While that's going, I can set up any of the other crafts that don't use the world engine. This uses the Infinity Catalyst. It's already crafted all the Enderium blocks? That's amazing. Okay. Fortron ingots, I think it said it needed like 1,000. I can't remember. Okay, yeah, we don't need to craft any more Enderium. Don't need to craft any of these. We do need to craft all of these. But let me tell it to do all these as well. Oh, it's because I need Enderium and Fortron singularities as well. Okay. Let me do the Fortron. I need about 3,000 of it. I need 67 more of these. It'll craft the Fortron ingots automatically. I already have 13 infused pearl singularities, so for 72, I need 65. Right? No, hold on. Less than that. 60 would be 73. So that's easy enough. Uraninite. I need 62. 67. Doing my math backwards. I need 70 of these. Oh, right. I don't have any CPUs left. Because I only have 4 CPUs. This one is making... It made the Fortron, so now it's making the singularities. Okay. Maybe I should set up more computers so that this stops happening. Where everything's all jammed up waiting. Okay. Cancel that craft. No, cancel the craft for it. That craft is fine, that craft is fine. This craft is not. Stop it. No. I'm gonna need to come down here and remove the crafting upgrade from the uraninite. Let me just turn it off. There has to be a way for me to shut this thing off, right? We just remove uraninite and all of its upgrades. That should work. Oh, these don't really work anymore because there's no biofuel in the system. Okay. Leaves us with just the 2 that are being crafted. I will speed this along by making the blocks and letting my system take it from here. Okay, let me add blocks of uraninite to this importer so that I can just stand here. And then we just turn this into raw uraninite, put it in my system, which will turn into the craft. That way the system will do all the work for us and we don't have to do pretty much anything. Alrighty. Okay. It's done with the Fortron Singularity. Why is this craft still? Okay. It's not registering these, but these will be exported downstairs to the reactors. I will leave the rest of this to itself. We'll go ahead and get it started on these other singularities. That's only 70, so I need 2 more of these. Let it do that. And then for Energite, we need 70 more. Okay. We're getting pretty close to being complete with these. And then once it completes those, specifically this one and this one, we should be able to get the craft started for the Infinity thingy. What are they called? Infinity Catalysts. Once we get the Infinity Catalysts started, it should take care of the rest of the craft without us needing to do this, but these singularities need to be in place, otherwise they jam up the systems. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Alright. We're getting close. Let me come over here, and apparently not go underneath, and grab some biofuel. And then throw that into the system. just to get a little boost to our power downstairs. This should be exporting that. Yes. Okay. How is our world engine holding up? Looks to be doing pretty good. What I can do, actually, is I can get rid of this. Come in here and have it make a plug. And then we set this flux plug up to be on our world engine network, so that these two will now be adding to that network to increase the, or decrease the likelihood of those reactors running out of power, because we don't need this molten chaos anymore. I've got so much of it that it's really not necessary. Alrighty. I guess with the last CPU I can make more. The biggest one I have is actually the 16K. Let's do a higher one called a crafting storage. Let's make a large computer again. Let's make the 1M mega storage component. It requires the mega crafting unit. It requires the regular crafting units, which apparently I took out of my world engine. Okay, I don't need this to be on autocraft anymore. That's the main one, and I think that's the only one that needs to go in. And then these two just need to go into the system, anywhere. So let me do... Let's do 8 of these, 4 of these. Then it'll be 4 million mega crafting and 8 crafting co-storage. Okay, we're done with the infused pearl. Singularities. Next will be the uraninite and then the energite. Yeah, the energite's gonna take a minute. But actually, in the meantime, I can cancel it. Because we can actually just let it do its thing normally without us trying to speed it along at all. This is going to take it a second. And this one's almost done. Yeah, 75% of the way complete. We're going to cancel it. Because it's so close to being complete, I'm not too concerned about it. Schedule 72 of these. It's going to craft duratium. It's going to craft netherite. It's going to craft the energite. The Enderium Singularity should be fine to set on autocraft, because it's going to craft the ingots from the blocks. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Let us tell it to start that. And it's going to craft all of the liquids and the ingots, everything, without us having to fill multiple CPU slots. And it's using our big computer that has 15 co-processors, so it's going to do it a lot easier. But the parts that are already difficult to craft are going to take forever anyway, so might as well just get it started that way. Okay, apparently the mega crafting storage is almost done. Yeah, once it crafts that, it should just pile together. These 3 crafts right there are going to take the longest. Okay. So now it's a waiting game, because we just have to wait for it to finish all that. Because we already have that on autocraft. I don't need it around anymore. We can put the co-crafting in there. We finally have the Infinity Catalyst. It's completed a couple of those already. We're going to need a lot of these Infinity Catalysts to make everything for the quests in the future. Which is why I've also not turned off my antimatter production, because we're going to need a ton of these stable antimatter, because we're going to need a ton of these infinity ingots. Is it all it's good for is these crafts? Yeah. I mean, that's okay. Let us see. Now that we've done that, we've crafted a whole 7. Woot woot. Looks like the Duratium ones are the last ones to go through. Is there a way for me to speed up my Duratium production? I can do it in here. Where am I currently doing my Duratium? In the alloy smelter, so I can't speed that up at all, really. How much Duratium do we need? 6,300? Okay, let's cancel this for now. We have everything crafted except the Duratium singularities. I'm understanding that. Let us create speed upgrades. I want the tier 5 speed add-ons. I can craft those, okay. This speeds up the crafting by 70%. Okay. I don't remember how many of these things I have. I think I have 2 foundries. Yeah, I have 2 foundries. So, let me grab these speed upgrades. Don't need them. We'll create 2 tier 5 speed upgrades. 2. It'll take it a hot second to create those, but the foundries can make Duratium as well. So let me get some platinum and some netherite. Platinum, netherite. Ooh, one of the speed add-ons is done. And there's the other one. Alright. So now, we'll come over here. My speed is a little too much for me to handle. We'll put speed upgrades on here. We'll get these going on Duratium. 170% speed, so it's processing What is that? Takes 6 seconds. So it's cutting about 4 seconds off. Roughly. So it's taking about 2.5 seconds of craft. That's pretty good. Not fantastic, but pretty good. Any other way I can make duradium? Is it an alloy I can make? It is. Fantastic. Give me 5 stacks of netherite and 5 stacks of platinum, and we are making this thing. We're doing netherite, platinum, netherite, platinum, netherite, platinum, netherite, platinum, netherite, platinum. Okay. We're gonna make this thing as many different ways as we can. I put the molten duratium on the bottom here. Alrighty. Then we'll grab the ingot cast out of here. And we'll start telling it to start pouring out those ingots. And the melting should be faster than the pouring. An enchanter's horn. Cool. Doesn't do nothing. That's okay. Alrighty. I did explore the Malkuth Arena. And then I did need to submit the trophy. And I get 350. We can look into doing that later. I do have 2,000. I don't really need 250. Alright, these should be pretty much done. Yeah. We'll grab 2 more stacks. Okay. Alrighty. We put these in there. And then our alloy smelter should still be going. Apparently not. Let's see what other capacitors we have, if any are better. 3.8 modifier, 3.9 modifier, 3.98, 3.95. So this is the best. 3.98. Can I enhance these? No. Okay. That's okay. Let's see. We're making duradium pretty effectively here. effectively, but not quickly, because this is a pretty slow process. I could switch over to using the casting basin instead. That'll make 9 at a time. And we just need to set this to make, what, 6,000? And then our alloy smeltery will continue making them pretty quickly. Okay, I wish I could use my alloy smelter to make blocks instead of having to use my refinery. Okay. I don't know if that's any faster, really. Okay. I think duratium is the last thing we're waiting on. Let me cancel this. How many singularities do we have? We have 0 infinity, but we have 64 of everything else. So we need a stack of these. That way it'll start making them in one of these. I don't remember which one. This one. Yeah, if we need 64, that's 6,400 duratium. That's a lot. It's like a lot. And there's no way for me to speed it up because I'm already making as much as I can in the foundries over here. And this alloy smelter. So we successfully made stable antimatter. So that's something. I don't really want to fight anything else. We can make a single ingot. That might be good. I think we have enough to make one. Yeah. Okay, we'll start that craft. Let's see how the world engine is doing. Oh, it's done. Never mind. We are holding infinity in our hands. Stand at a new starting point. Use the extreme crafting table to craft an infinity ingot. Then we can open the guide. It can be used as a band material for iron's jewelry. 100% quality multiplier. And it adds creative flight. I have creative flight, so I don't really need this. I need the block from Avaricia, apparently. It's used to make the infinity gear. Also, none of these crafts require the infinity block. That's kind of dumb, to be honest. But it's weird. The infinity armor doesn't even look that good. 6 armor, 1 armor toughness, 1000% knockback resistance. And we need to focus on red matter. I guess we can work on upgrading stuff to red matter and getting this cursed bow. So we need a red matter everything, I think. So, shovel, sword, hoe, pickaxe, boots, axe, leggings, helmet, chestplate. So I need 9 of them. Okay. I need 9 of these. And once the 9 of those come through, I'll make 9 of the dark matter ones. Hopefully. It shouldn't take too long for this to craft. It'll tell me if it's stuck. Yeah, they're coming through now. Okay. 9 of these. I now need 9 of these. Infinity ingot gives us 250. We just need 8 more ingots. And then we're done. Okay, 9 of these, and then we need 9 of these. These sticks. These will work, I guess. And then I need diamonds. Okay, we're looking at shovel. We are looking at... Oh. We're looking at axe. We're looking at pickaxe. And we are looking at sword. And we are looking at chestplate, leggings, helmet, and boots. I think that's everything. 9. Yep. Okay, so now I need netherite. I need dark matter. And then I need red matter. Okay. And then we just need to go smithing template and netherite. Grab everything. Just to make sure that we have everything all the way leveled up. And then dark matter. And then red matter. It feels like such a waste to make all of this armor and weapons because I'll never use them. They serve no purpose to me. Basically, this armor I'm wearing serves no purpose to me besides boosting my HP by so much. But we now have all of this stuff crafted, and I don't need to craft it any further than that. That did complete a couple quests for us as well. This, and this. These can all go in my system. It serves no purpose in my backpack. Okay. And then that completes some gearing up quests for us all the way down here. We have dark matter. And then down here, or dark matter and red matter up here. We could focus in and make the red morning star and the red Qatar, because we have no reason to craft them otherwise, because my weapon here does way more than that will ever do. Probably. That is my assumption. We could also make a piece of quantum armor. If I wanted to make a pair of quantum boots, I would need a pair of netherite boots, wireless access port, where did this thing go? Okay, there it is. Wireless access port. We need a quantum storage component. I'm missing 4 quantum infused dust. That's because I never made a crafting recipe for it. Quantum infused dust. I just need to teach my system is in the crusher, which is down here. So, craft all that up. It'll do it pretty quick for me, and then a spatial I/O port. And then we just give it just a second to craft all that up for me. Should be working on it. Yeah. It does take a lot to make the 3 256K ME storage drives. Alright, we're 20% of the way through the Duratium Singularities. We are slowly making our way through. And I mean slowly. It is really slow. Let's go ahead and craft the cursed bow while we're at it. Okay, this is really close to being in here. Is that everything? Yes, okay. Quantum storage, we'll hold that. Quantum storage component, where is this? There he is. These loot bees really serve me no purpose anymore. I can infinitely create pretty much everything it drops, but its drops can be useful, just because it can remove a step in my craftings. But beyond that, there's not really a point. Quantum storage cell crafted. Control click to craft everything that's in there. And then I just need a pair of netherite boots. Apparently I don't have any. I thought I would, considering I wore netherite armor for quite a bit of time. So let me get the template. And diamonds. boom. All right. And should be crafting those. I don't need to speed it along. Yeah. Should be done in just a second. I am so glad that I decided to set up auto crafting. Okay. I can upgrade it with step assist, jump height, evasion, flight drift, recharge, and camo. But there is the quantum armor quest. And I know quantum armor is one of the strongest armors in the game, but needing strong armor requires you to get hit in the first place. And I know that Malkuth fight disproved the fact that I am unhittable, but basically I'm unhittable. Wants me to craft any of the chaotic tools. I'll do that in a second. The mecha tool might be interesting, because I think I'm only missing one piece. Yeah. Mecha tool, craft me the basic induction cell. Ah, I need lithium. Damn it. Okay, so I can't craft that just yet. Unfortunate. I need to craft the entire mecha suit if I want to do this, which means I do need lithium. Okay. I think that's everything. No, I need to make a malum weapon. So I need to make a soul-stained steel sword, which means I need soul-stained steel. Which means I need refined soulstone, wicked, earthen, and arcane spirits. Wicked, arcane, and earthen. And then the stone, soulstone, and then iron. 2 pieces of iron. And then we go over to our infusion table over here. We plop the soulstone down right here. We go wicked, arcane, earthen, and then iron, and it will just infuse away for us in this magical capacity. And then it'll just spit it at us once it's done. Okay, all done, and then we will go ahead and just take everything back out of it and throw it back in the system. Alrighty, that. And soul-stained steel sword. And that's the malum weapon. It does 6.5 damage. Cool. Alright, that's the entire first row done. The entire second row done, except vitality weapons. That requires me to get transformation powder and a free essence. I do need the tree of transformation if I want to do this. Maybe. But once again, it's not going to do more damage than my current weapon. If I insert all 20 heart canisters of each type, it's only a 96 base damage. So my weapons deal 800s of damage, so I think I'm good. I think I'm pretty good. Okay, we're at 30%. Slowly but surely. I don't know who Shirley is. Okay, we still have an antimatter pellet. And the stable antimatter is only good for this craft of the infinity ingot, so I can't do anything else with it. This is the quantum bubble from arcane whatever. So Let's level up the crystal heart, I guess. Every couple levels, it'll increase the number of hearts it gives me. I can level up my Lich Crown! Woo! I can fit a 4th gem! And I think the gem that we want to slot in it next is a Twilight Gem. Gives us more ways of getting our experience for it. Okay. I am still really close to getting this heart amulet all the way up. I have 20 of the green, I just need to level them up to the blue, which means that I need 9 more blue hearts. But every blue heart needs 8 green hearts, which needs 64 yellow hearts, which needs whatever the math on that is. It's exponential. So I need a lot of these red hearts. Because I can currently make 2 green hearts. That's even green. I don't need green, I need blue. So it's even more than that. So that was a waste of green. Absolutely wasted. 9 green makes 1 melted blue, and I need 8 melted blue in order to make... So I need like 15,000 more red hearts. And I can't really farm the red hearts. I can farm the green ones, but I don't remember how I got the blue ones. Because it's not this craft. It's something else. I don't remember. But I got 11 of them somehow without crafting. I just can't remember. But because I have 11, I think I can make 10? Yeah. I'm sure I got them from fighting some boss at some point, but I don't remember. Okay, now we have 25 rows of hearts. I'm too fast. I really can't handle this speed very well. What do I need to level up my energy collector? Like nothing. A red matter block? I got that. We're gonna pop in here and make a red matter block. 4 red matter. Alrighty. Red matter block and the Mark II is running. I think it just crafted. Energy collector Mark III. Fantastic. Pop back upstairs. Plop it back on down. It's now even brighter than before. And this has more than tripled its output. I believe it's 325%. No, 333%? Yeah. 333% more effective. So it's even faster at making my Aeternalis fuel. This is still just pumping out Duratium. And over here, we're still pumping out Singularities. Okay, let's see. 4 more. Still. Still 4 more. That's all, everything that I have planned. So we'll just have to wait around until that finishes. Alrighty, just a few more ingots. We'll craft the Duracium Singularity. And it's done. Okay. Now then, we can craft 72 of these. I'm missing raw blaze gold. Oh, right, not 72. I need that minus 8. So I need 64. And that should do it. And then we'll be able to make 8 infinity ingots. Think. Make sure everything's going in here properly. Oh yeah, it has to make the singularities first, which requires the strange matter and the fortron and energy. It's bypassing the limit. It's outputting as much as it possibly can. I swear, World Engine, I'm trying my best. I really am. I truly am, buddy. I guess now we just throw all this on the ground and throw it into my system, because I'm never going to use it. Really just a way to pass the time. Okay. And in all of that, I forgot to grab any of this Duracium. So this was never going into the system and never being added to those singularities. Well, that's on me. That's my fault. That's... whoopsie daisy. Ooh. More waiting around, it seems. I can put these back down. Craft me a uraninite. Because I do not want this to run out. Otherwise, we will have a catastrophe on our hands, because I will be out of power. I've done that once already, and I do not want to do that again. Let's make another crafting computer. Put these. And then cables. Actually, I don't want it down here. I want it attached to this cable. So we're actually going to put it in the floor right here. Well, I mean, that's too tall. But it allows us to bury it if we need to. It's all connected. And then we bury it in the ground. So that should give us a 5th computer. It does. With, 9 coprocessors and 24... No, not the 24,000 storage. This one. 8 coprocessors and 4 million storage. It's a pretty decent additional computer for us to be using in here. And the reason I wanted it on this line is because this line connects up here and goes into the top, and it only has 11 channels versus this one having 119. And I do want to fix this by removing some of these cables. The import bus goes on this guy and has 4 acceleration cards in it. And then I want the dense smart cable. And then the regular smart cable. And then dense smart cable. Dense, dense. Okay. That way I can start plugging stuff into this cable, and it'll feed 256 things in instead of just like 8. And then we just need to put back down these terminals. Pattern encoding terminal, pattern access terminal. That's the wrong way. Okay. I guess this also has to be a smart cable. Then we'll do this. It's gonna look stupid, but it allows us to store more things in our ME system, so. Okay, we're up to 42 infinity catalysts. We're only 17% of the way through. Okay. There's only 15 left. But I guess it's gonna take it a minute. How's our Mark III doing? Wow, that is so much faster. Holy shit. Alright. Okay. $14 left. Then we can start crafting the infinity ingots. And then we craft a block of infinity. And that'll complete this quest line. I do also need 2 reactor neutron reflectors. So let's just craft those up. Just real quick. There we go. 2 reactor neutron reflectors. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a lot of just little quests I could do, but I'm not 100%ing this. I mean, I can't. These quest lines aren't marked as complete, even though they definitely are. We completed every single quest here. And every single quest here. And we're working on the last one of this one right here. One more infinity catalyst. They're all crafted. Craft. We're going to do them one at a time, because it will clutter my world engine. Actually, just send all of them. It's easier just to send all of them and then wait. Okay, crafted one. We're at 3. It's a third of them. Okay. Now it's just the infinity ingot being crafted. All we're waiting on. 4 more ingots. 3 more. Just enough to craft a block. That's all we need. Well, for now. I'll probably need a lot more. Okay, that's 8. And then we just get 1 more. Whoops. A block of infinity. We get 500 tokens and a gift of stone, but we get, I believe, all of the gifts of stone, which means we are now blind. We got 2 ender chests, a portal gun, Swift Wolf's rending gale, the World Breaker, a repair talisman, Nether Star chicken, a watch of flowing time, a soul amulet, the World Shaper, Meat Shredder of Destruction, Reality Twisting Helm, Celestial Mantle, Slacker Leggings, Quickstep Boots, Skullfire Sword, 2 Tesseracts, a Netherite Basalt Generator, an Eclipse Alloy Paxel. I have one that's better, so don't need that one. A Netherite Backpack, an Unbreakable Brush, a Tier 3 Energy Collector, a Heart Amulet with some in it, Godforged Pearls, Replica Dharmakara, up to 30% adaptive resistance to damage. I don't know what that means. A Temporal Pouch. It's not really storing any time because this one's storing time, so don't need that. A Netherite Furnace, a Tempad, an Experience Obelisk, a Villager Helmet, an Eternal Stake, Ring of Greater Discount, Ultimate Balance, and the entire set of Blaze Gold, and a Netherite Hammer with Efficiency 5 and Unbreaking 10. The Soul Amulet has 20 blue heart canisters in it, so I will be taking those. It has 20 green heart canisters. I will be taking those. 20 red heart canisters and a soul heart canister. And, actually, since it has all 20, we will be swapping our necklace. We now have 27 rows of hearts. This heart amulet canister has 20 more. And our heart amulet canister has 70 more. So if we ever need those heart canisters for anything else, we can do that. I want descending by number of items. There we go. Yeah, I think that gave us all of the gifts of stone. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Now we need to go talk to the Echo of Infinity again. Our Chronon battery. Let us go talk to Infinity. You now hold the spark of creation itself. Use it wisely. You have achieved what no human before you has accomplished. The world engine is whole once more, and through it your reality endures. Now, with the power of creation in your hands, go forth and shape the world to your will. Woo! This doesn't do anything for me. Let's go! Whoop. This is not where I wanted to be. Take me home. Okay. We can now claim this one, 50. Submit these. Assemble the Infinity upgrade. Right down here in the middle, it's going to place all the blocks down. We now have a completed world engine. My world engine is not happy, though. That's fine. Now, we have to go speak to the Echo of Guidance. Your immense knowledge has granted you the right to join the ranks of the Echo-born. The Chronon Resonator now links to the Fractured Void, granting access to the final Echo-born who are holding back the collapse of reality. I already talked to this guy for this stuff. The work thanks you for preventing the collapse of your dimension. You may now begin your ascension and acquire the tools to rebuild your home. Cool. I now have access to chaotic level gear, which I already have all of them. But that completes this quest. And now we have to craft all of the Infinity gear. All of it. We must complete these things with a task screen. So this first quest here, we have to hold them in our inventory. The actual ascension, I believe we have to submit them. No, we do have to hold them, but we have to submit them for all of these. So we are going to try and get to this. Maybe. That might be something I do. Possibly. The thing that annoys me with this whole setup, they have the memory chip for replication. They have infinite disk interfaces for cable tiers. They have an infinite range wireless universal grid for refined storage, and nothing for AE. Besides a creative energy cell. Which is helpful. Let's be clear. A creative energy cell is helpful. But I have to craft all of this. And I don't get infinite storage unless I want to go through a refined storage. But none of this crafting stuff down here is going to be very difficult. It's just crafting this ascension gear. So, I think that's something I'm going to have to do in the background. I believe that that is going to be the end of our series right here. Thank you all for watching. This is the end. We have completed the final real quest line. The rest of this is standing around waiting for stuff to craft. And that's not really important to me. I wanted to complete the quest line. We've completed the world engine, finalized the work, and have essentially gained the ability to fully repair this world from its world of stone that it is. And I have only been able to do that because you all have been along the way watching me. So, if you have enjoyed, please scroll down and hit the like and subscribe buttons, and hit the bell to get notified the next time I upload. And leave a comment of what you think I should play next. I guess this is the end of this series. Series 2. Second series we finished together. So, thank you for sticking along, those of you who have stuck along the entire time, and anyone that's new, thank you for checking me out. And, this is Veromnium signing off.